at that moment to buy. The big buyer was JP Morgan, so they made quite a lot of money. And they're in my headline now talking about these rigged markets. Whoa! New York Post says federal agents have launched civil and criminal probes into JP Morgan for silver manipulation. So federal agents have apparently launched parallel criminal and civil probes of JP Morgan Chase and its trading activities in the precious metals markets. The regulators are pulling all trading tickets on JP Morgan's precious metal moves on all the exchanges, both the London Bullion Market, which is the physical market in London, and the New York Mercantile Exchange, which is the paper market in New York.
Silver is very important because if you can manipulate the price of silver, you, by association, can manipulate the price of gold, and therefore you can manipulate the price of the dollar, and therefore you can manipulate the price of all currencies that trade against the dollar. Remember, since the Bretton Woods Agreement, essentially all currencies trade against the dollar. The dollar is the world reserve currency. And so if you can manipulate silver, gold, dollar, currencies, that's what JP Morgan does. They do it for the government, and they do it for themselves, and they make a lot of money, but they don't make it in an honest way or using any skill.
Good. Now, there's been all sorts of claims of insider trading and front-running by the people who execute the trades for the Federal Reserve in the market. By the way, who is that? Who actually executes the trades for the Federal Reserve in the markets?
I haven't heard of any allegations of front-running.
Well, that's funny because you're the general counsel, so if anybody would know about it, you'd think you would know about it.
The Federal Reserve Bank of New York is responsible for affecting the transactions implementing monetary policy.
Okay, so then answer the question.
The Federal Reserve Bank of New York.
That's your answer?
You wanted to know who implements
You have people sitting in screens at the Federal Reserve Bank
transactions?
actually executing those trades. You don't delegate that to anyone else?
No, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, of course, it's a process where there's several steps. Federal Reserve Bank of New York executes transactions through primary dealers.
Okay. Who are the primary dealers?
So the list of primary dealers is on our website.
Do you know any of them? Can you name a single one?
Sure.
Name one.
JPMC.
Go ahead, what?
JP Morgan Chase.
Okay. Do you mind if we have a GAO audit to see whether there's been front-running or insider trading by them? Do you mind? Is that okay with you?
I'm not sure I have any decision-making authority.
Well, you're the general counsel. I want to know if you're going to try to stop it.
GAO audits government agencies, as in you want an audit of a private entity. I think that's something that Congress would have to change the authority of the GAO to allow.
All right. Now, let's say, you're right, that's what we're doing right here, by the way.